All right, guys. Happy Tuesday to you. Welcome back to the live room. How's everyone doing today? There we go. Would first help if I unmuted my mic here in the live room. Let's try it again. Happy Tuesday, guys. How are you doing? Let me know if you can hear my screen. I've got the spinning wheel of death going on right now in the live room. Give me a second. Can you hear me now? Perfect. All right. Good. Let's get rolling. Welcome back to the live room. Happy Tuesday. Apologies for yesterday. Had to cancel the Q&A. Was feeling under the weather. Still not feeling the greatest today, to be honest with you. But you guys know I hate missing time, so I didn't want to miss 2 days in a row. So we are back here ready to go. Richard says, Keel's been a while since I've been here. Glad you're better. Yeah, not quite better. Getting there. But it's flu season. Me and George have been up to our normal shenanigans, and we're spreading it everywhere. But appreciate you guys joining us. Not a lot on the radar today, but we're going to kick off with the pound yen. That's going to be the best setup that's on my radar for today. Before we get into that, however, I want to take a quick look at our economic calendar because we do have some important things coming out. We've got GDP coming out for our Canadian pairs at 8:30. We've got both Yellen and Fed Chair Powell testifying too later today. Powell at 10 a.m. This could be interesting because if you've paid attention to the news since really Black Friday, there's been this, the biggest thing in the news has been this new variant of COVID. Was it Omnicorn, candy corn, whatever it's called, something. But it's driving the market into fear and panic and all that stuff. And Fed Chair Powell is going to come out today and talk about what effect that's going to have on monetary policy going forward. We also know that news events are convenient times for smart money to kind of sneak in moves and do what they want to do. So this could be an interesting news event at 10. So keep your head up for that. But we're going to start here. Omnicron. There we go. Where did I get these names from? Sheesh. We're going to start here on the pound yen again. Thin market, as expected. After Thanksgiving, my trading year is basically over. December is kind of blah. So expect this going forward for the next month. But let's talk about what is setting up here. So pound yen, if we start on the weekly, right, you can see that our highest recent point came to our Brexit level. If you look to the left all the way back to 2016, where you see kind of the big fall off on the chart right here, this was our Brexit, our big crash lower. And since then, price action has retested that level a few times, but we've essentially been trading within that channel. What we're doing is we came up to test the top of that channel. Do we know what's going to happen up here? No, we never know, but our job as traders is to look for clues. And one of the things that I thought we might see is I thought we might see a head and shoulders pattern. You can see a little bit of consolidation on the left. We got a spike up here, which didn't violate anything of relevance, so it's not any breakout or anything like that. And now we're coming back down to the neckline of this head and shoulders. And this can be a potential opportunity or a potential area that I think you should be paying attention to no matter what side of the market you want to be on. Today, we're going to look at a counter trend trade, so a structure-based trade as we test that neckline. But bigger picture, and sorry, the voice is going already. Again, not fully over what I have. But if we violate that level, we could see a move lower as well. But I want to talk about the counter trend move here because that's going to be first, right? So you can see that price at this previous level consolidation has put in a solid level of support, right? We ended up rallying up, making a higher high, higher close right here. And now we're putting in a complex pullback. And if we retest this level of support, this is going to be a good opportunity to look for a short-term long opportunity. Now, I think it's important to say short-term because I don't think it's a trend continuation opportunity. It's not one where you're looking to buy the dip and play for the move up, right? If you remember that we looked at on the weekly, is there any reason that we should think price action is likely to go like higher longer term? That's a question for you guys. You're supposed to answer. Bigger picture, when we did our higher time frame analysis, is there any reason that we should expect price action to continue higher? It's not, it's not a bullish bat. It hits the 618 Orsi. So it's not going to be the advanced pattern formation, but we could have an AB equals CD pattern. But yeah, there's no reason on the higher time frame to think price is likely to go higher. And I think that's important. We had a conversation about a month or so ago about a trader who was pretty decent with technical analysis as far as identifying double bottom, double tops, key levels to enter. The problem that he had, however, was he wasn't taking the bigger picture into account. So the overall prediction of what we're likely to do was off, even though the specifics of what he was looking for were on. Chris says, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be a fly on the wall today. No, that's perfect. If you're new, that's exactly what you should be doing. But also, Chris, I would say this. Don't be afraid to, we ask a lot of questions. My teaching style is that there's a lot of involvement here. Don't be afraid to, if I ask a question, don't be afraid to answer. I don't know. A lot of people who come to us have been in trading forums and different chats and groups in the past. And I always say those are very toxic places for the most part, simply because you usually get someone in there that wants to boss around everyone. They want to pretend like, hey, I'm the big guy and what I say is right and everyone else is wrong and stupid. And they kind of demoralize you. We're the opposite here. And you'll find out very quickly that we're all here to support. And so if you ask a question, we understand that, hey, you're asking a question because you want to learn. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Now, if you come in and you're like, and you say some stuff like, hey guys, I'm trading the pound yen bullish for no reason, just a hunch, and I have no stop loss because I don't need them. That's a different story, right? Now now we have a problem with principles, right? But as far as answering a question like, hey, do you think we'll go to this level? Do you think we'll go higher, lower? Nothing wrong with doing that again. And as you get more comfortable, I would encourage that you do so because that is the best way to learn, especially if you have questions. We're not gonna bite. Don't worry. So we're not gonna have an advanced pattern formation down here. But we could have an equal measure move. We talked about a complex pullback earlier, right? And I see guys, I'm broadcast this on TradingView too, or on YouTube. They say, hey, we don't think we're going to go higher either. Well done, guys. We could have an AB equals CD pattern. So if we take this move right here, copy and paste it, that's going to be our A to B. Attach this to our pullback. That is going to be our B to C in here. And this would be our CD projection. And that CD projection is going to come right down into that lower level of support. Now, what is something else that we can team up with an AB equals CD? Again, we're trying to build a case for entry. For me personally, because structure is my deal, I always start with structure and then I add on, right? Structure is the big protein on my plate, and then I add on the spices and the sides and all that fun stuff. Oh. Fibonacci extension, yeah. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci extension here. Give me a second real quick, guys. There we go. I'm going to scroll this over so I can actually see the chat on YouTube. It's a little bit behind here. But yeah, let's take a Fibonacci extension. Chris over on YouTube says, look for a 1618 Fibonacci extension. Fibonacci extension, swing high to swing low, that A to that B move, and back up. And boom, you're going to see a 1618 Fibonacci extension down there as well. Now, if you're new, you may be asking yourself, you're saying, hey, well, Keel, this is not exact, right? The Fibonacci extension is a little bit below the AB equals CD pattern. Well, reality check, right? In real life, right, in the markets, things aren't always going to be exact, right? Support and resistance, supply, demand, none of that is exact. They all work in zones. There's many reasons behind that. One of those reasons being the different quotes that we get. But you want to look to see if they're in the same area. Hey, Cody. And Cody says 149 even handle as well. Or she says 149 even handle. And Cody says right around that same area as well, right? So you have an even handle number 149. You've got a previous level of structure support right here. This is a good place to start looking for a short-term, want to emphasize, short-term counter trend move. Again, I don't think there's any reason to think that we're going to continue back up to 155s, 56s, 57s, anything like that. But We know that the pound yen is a bigger pair. We call it the beast, right? Can you expect to move from 149s to 150? Sure. Maybe 151s? Sure, right? That's a 100, 200 pip move right there. Definitely something to take advantage of a counter trend trader. Now, bigger picture, what we're looking for, if this ends up forming a head and shoulders or any other type of classic reversal pattern, if we violate this level, right, and we'll come back and do new analysis for this, if we violate this level, then we have room to the downside. You see this is a pretty significant mesh point, right? If we can violate these levels to the low side, to the downside, then we can expect to move down to 145s, maybe even 142s, but we'll worry about that a little bit later. So keep an eye on pound yen. Counter trend situation here down at 149s, between 149s and about 148.25s for a potential buying opportunity. Cody says, gotta love the beastie. And there we go. That is my trade of the day. So if you're watching on YouTube or somewhere else on social media, wherever this is broadcasting to,